Alrighty, it says we're live. I'm going to double check and make sure everything is hunky dory in just a second. But hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under SD Hegyes. I skipped streaming last week. I really have no idea what I'm doing this week. Monday starts the 7-day book challenge.
Oh yeah, it does.
Have I set up my streams for that? No. And you want to know why? Because last minute this week, earlier this week, last minute, in my opinion, it's not technically last minute. She gave me over a week's time worth. She's got me training the guy that's supposed to work my shift while I'm on vacation. Guess what time I'm working all next week? I am working 5:30 to 2 a.m.
What? Wait. 5:30 p.m. until 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm. My shift usually starts at 9 p.m. She's got me
Oh,
coming in 5 hours early.
but then do you leave earlier or
Yeah.
still the same time?
No, I leave at 2 a.m. instead of 5:30 a.m.
So then, does that mean you're gonna come home and do a stream in the middle of the night, or come home, sleep for a little bit, and do a stream in the morning?
I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing yet
Let's see here,
because
Monday.
I have to be dropped off at work and picked up.
I see.
So
So,
it's gonna be fun.
I mean,
But I will let you introduce yourself. I'm going to go make sure everything's working, and then we'll chit chat some more about this because this is basically ruined my. It's not a big deal, but it's ruined my whole week. So I'll let you introduce yourself, and I'm going to go make sure that everything's working the way it's supposed to be.
all right.
So take it away.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I also missed streaming last week, but my name is Stephanie, and I think I'm gonna work on editing a story that I've been working on. And yes, Monday starts a 7-day book challenge. I have no idea when I'll be streaming because it's a busy week all around for everyone, I guess. And I'm here as moral support, and that's about it. I don't know what else is there to say. Hi, hello.
Hello.
Is
Um,
that your child in the comments?
yes,
Okay, or is it mine? I don't know.
it's my oldest, and actually, I'm really surprised she's chatting in the comments because that must mean the dance is done because she is at a dance with her boyfriend right now, or at least that's what she's supposed to be. Now, it may have already ended, so they might be done and just hanging out. I have no idea. But I'm going to go ahead and say hi to everyone in the comments real quick, and then we'll chat some more about the 7-day book challenge. Mama Ward joined us, and I have this open in a separate window so you get the view time. Sorry, I'm too tired to join you. That's okay. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. Eva is here. Hello. And then my oldest, which is Gracelyn, is here. She says, "Hello, Mom. Me and my friends are watching. Hello, welcome. The dance is not done. Go dance and have fun, child. Why are
Um,
you watching me when you should be dancing and having a blast? Just saying."
so you said that Mama Ward is in the comments. Did she
Hmm.
comment before you went live or after?
Yeah, before.
Okay, all right. Because so far all I see is Lunar Night, Lunar Midnight God, where she says "Hello, Mom" and then onward. That's it.
Yeah,
So
yep. And then Alexa is in the comments as well. Hello. Oldest says it's too loud in there. I'm sorry.
I mean, would it be a high
Fair,
school dance if it wasn't too
fair.
loud?
And this week was homecoming, so this is the homecoming dance. So this week was homecoming. Thursday night they went to a bonfire. Yesterday they went to the homecoming football game. Today is the dance. Like it's a week of overstimulation basically.
I yeah,
So
I
it's
feel
all
you on
good.
that.
I would have like died already. It is hot here. Is the AC on? I'm sweating. Then again, I am still sick, and Dahubs told me earlier that I have a fever, so maybe it's just me. It's very possible it's just me. But all right, so 7-day book challenge. For those who don't know, the 7-day book challenge is where you try to write a project from start to finish in 7 days. That can be poetry, short story, novel, novella, whatever you want to work on. Do I know what I'm working on? Absolutely fucking not. I have no clue. Not a clue. Um, I have been working slowly this past couple weeks, actually since the beginning of September, on the Sultry Solstices stories. There's a collection of short stories. Each short story follows one of 7 sisters as they fall in love with supernatural creatures. I am still on, because I've only been working on it like for an hour a day every day during my lunch break at work. I haven't gotten very far. I'm still on the second story. I'm rewriting it. I am happy with the first story. Finally, like the whole thing. I like how it is. It's ready for beta readers technically. I'm slowly working through the second story. I've hit a snag. That's on me, but I haven't finished it. I'm like halfway through it, so I haven't decided if I'm just going to be a rebel and continue it for the 7-day book challenge, or if I'm going to work on a completely different project. But because of the very weird schedule I'm going to have, I'm still probably only going to be. Usually, what happens is during the 7-day book challenge, I am able to work on it during my live stream as well as my lunch break. And now I'm probably, because I'm training someone, I am probably only going to be able to work on it during whenever I do my live stream, which means I'm still basically stuck to like an hour or two of work a day. So whatever I work on, I'm probably not going to finish. Such is life. Luckily, next year, I will not have to worry about saving time for a wedding. So I will be scheduling all of my 7-day book challenges off work because I enjoy that. I do not like having to schedule live streams around work. That being said, all the live streams I'm doing this week are probably going to be pop-ups whenever I feel like it instead of scheduled streams.
That's what I was thinking for myself too, because like Monday is the kids have their homeschool co-op, which is like 9 to noon, and then they go to the park for like 3 hours afterwards. And then Tuesday they had their like boxing PE class, and then Wednesday like we'll do schoolwork during the day, and then we have like their chess club on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Ileana and Jackson have like this teen night at the library where there's like video games and stuff they do every week. And then Saturday, we have a family paint night during the day at the library where it's like pumpkins and stuff that me and Illy are going to do. So,
Okay.
there's a lot of stuff. So I'm like, do I like schedule it around? I'm just going to be like, I have a couple hours. I'm going to do it now.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know.
That is probably what I'm going to end up doing this time. And this is the last 7-day book challenge of 2025. I've got a tentative schedule for all of 2026's 7-day book challenges because we try to do them one a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So, like March, June, September. I try not to do one in the fourth quarter of the year just because that's around holiday time period. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, um, yeah. And like I said, I'm going to schedule time off for those just because I can and I want to. So, but this year, because I'm going the end of October, I am going down to North Carolina for my sister's wedding. So, not just not trying to take off work when I'm already going to be missing 2 weeks there. So, but yeah, that throw a wrench in my plans. It makes me unhappy, and now I'm just like, what do I do? And I'm glad she got the email to me when she did, because that was the day I was going to schedule my live streams. And then I got hit with that email, and I was just like, fuck. Okay, fine then. I didn't want to schedule them anyways. Jeez. So, yay.
Yeah, because then you'd have to go back in and like change everything, and that would be just as time consuming.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'll figure it out. They're probably going to be straight up pop-ups. And I'll be like, okay, I've got time. Let's do this. Oldest says the bonfire was fun and the dance ends at 10 p.m., which means she's got another like 20 minutes roughly. So, and she may continue hanging out with the boyfriend since it's a weekend for a little while, or she may contact me and be like, I need a ride home. Please come get me. And I'll be like, got you. Let's do a sprint. It will literally take me a full sprint in order to get there and come back.
Oh, okay. So tell me about this boyfriend. Have you met this boyfriend of hers?
I have met both boyfriends, both of the child's boyfriends. They both are dating someone. I knew as soon as I said that how it came out. Yes, she's got multiple boyfriends. They know about each other. It's all good.
Each their own. It's all good.
No, I've met her I've met her boyfriend a couple different times. I've met his dad. don't remember. I have not met his mom, but I don't remember if it's because the parents are not together or if I just haven't met her. I think they are together and I just haven't met her, but
Okay.
I can't remember. As far as my youngest boyfriend, I've met him twice. They're good kids. They're good kids. I'm not worried at all. It's all good. And I cannot be judgmental or like mean or anything because my husband and I dated in high school. So like I'm not gonna be the kind of person the threatening with a shotgun kind of person. I even told Justin, I was like, you are not doing that either because you and I dated in high school and look where we are now, 20 plus years later. You leave them alone. They are fine.
Yeah, so Jesse didn't date at all in high school, but he lived on a ranch, so like not a lot of opportunity. And then uh, I dated like in later high school, like uh, 11th grade, senior year. So we were like, if you find someone you want to date, go ahead. But obviously, meet them and all that. Don't be some creep off the internet
Yeah.
that you don't never know.
My oldest and I had a very interesting conversation about like I was coming home from picking her up at the boyfriend's house at one time because they were hanging out during the day. And it turned out she had fallen asleep. Like it was almost time for me to go to work. It was late at night. This was during the summer, so I wasn't that worried about it. They stay up late anyways. But like her boyfriend contacted me and said, "When are you guys gonna come pick her up?" And it turned out she had fallen asleep. And his dad was freaking out because he was like, "I just didn't want you to think that anything had gone wrong." And I'm like, "Dude, it's all good." Because honestly, if you called and said, "Hey, can she stay the night?" We are the kind of parents that were like, "Is she safe? Are we good? Yeah, she can stay the night." I have no problem with that. And then I thought about it, and I was like, "That is like the complete opposite of how my parents would have handled this situation." Like my parents would not have let me stay at a boy's house at all
Yeah,
overnight while I was still in school.
my
We are
dad,
just
like,
completely different kind of parenting
yeah, for
things.
sure. So my dad, like, I remember in like sixth grade or something, he's like, I heard you have a crush on that boy. You can't even hold his hand, or something like that. Like, that would have been horrible. But my mom, I didn't see her from when I was 9 till I was 16. And then after I was 16, I saw her again and we were like going grocery shopping or whatever. And she was like, "What do you like that food? Or do you like that cereal?" And just pointing at different things in the grocery store aisles. We were like at a Fred Meyer's shopping store. And then we were in the aisle, me and my sister were getting like her tampons and pads. And she's like, "Oh, do you guys like that sort of thing?" And she placed a display of condoms. I'm like, "Mom, we've been here all of 20 minutes or an hour or whatever. Like, when will we have time?" She's like, "I don't know what you guys are into." I'm like, "Just so you know, we're both virgins, but okay, good. I'm glad that you're like, whatever, it's fine."
Yeah. I'm definitely the kind of parent I'd rather them be in a safe place and tell us what's going on than doing random things and like trying to hide it. So like I'm very loosey goosey with my parenting in a lot of ways. I definitely have the kind of parenting style where people are looking at me like, "You're a terrible parent." I'm like, "Yeah, but my kids tell me everything.
Yes.
My kids tell me everything. They trust me to tell me everything. We're golden. I do not care what you think of my parenting style. I don't care if you think that my kids run all over me because guess what? They tell me everything." Oh, she admitted his name. I was not going to say his name, but his name is Caius, and I have not met his mom. And JC has joined us. Hello, you are not late. You arrived exactly when you were meant to. And she's saying hi to both of us. Jess has also joined us and says hello. JC's looking at me like, "Girl, no." She says, "I'm sorry. No, you cannot stay overnight with a boy, ma'am."
I mean, to be fair, I'd probably like, "No, you can't stay overnight." But we've never done sleepovers of any kind, so there's that too.
Yeah, we did. We still do sleepovers. We did not do, currently at the moment, we do not do like co ed sleepovers. And while I would possibly say yes to a sleepover, the other the boyfriend's parents I know would say no. So, but part of the reason like I have no problem saying yes to something like that is KS is one of five siblings, both his parents would be home. Like, there, I don't think anything is going to happen. I'm
Gotcha.
pretty certain nothing would happen. It's a different kind of situation if, like, say he was an only child, parents were not going to be home because they work like I do at night, something like that. I would probably be more like, mm-mm. But like, I'm like, five siblings, you're not getting away with shit. You're not.
True.
Not in the house, at least. Oh. And JC said, actually, no, if they are just best friends, then that's okay, but not boyfriend, girlfriend. Oldest is laughing. And Alexa said,
Mom,
definitely makes your
he's
child
not my
safer.
he's not my boyfriend. We're just really good friends. See?
They were roommates. Let's see. It definitely makes your child safer if they aren't afraid to share with you. I would never mention any boys to anyone. I didn't hide my partners from my parents, but I also wasn't open like, hey, this is what we're doing either. So then again, I was also not doing anything until I was legally an adult either. So meh. And JC says, no, JC does not judge other people's parenting styles unless you are raising your child to be some type of killer. Then I'm going to look at you funny. I'm totally doing that, JC. You just don't know it.
So yesterday we were in Target looking for whatever. We were in Target, and and we were near the front, and we could hear, and it wasn't like a toddler. It was like, by the time we got around to where we heard the screaming like a fucking banshee coming from, they were probably like 8 years old. I want to say like 8, 9 years old, and they were having a full on tantrum. It's like you walk into Target and think like if it's a big rectangle building, we're on the front. They were in the far back corner, and we could hear them screaming the entire time we're in the store. And every time we go in the store, Illy and Jack are like, "Did we ever do that?" Like, no, you did not
Mm-mm.
do that. That was not
So,
allowed.
for as lenient as a parent as I am, if my kids did that, I would have whipped their asses right there in the store, and I would not care who looked at me funny. I'd be like, no, I ain't putting up with a screaming banshee. They're gonna scream like this, I'm gonna beat the shit out of them.
No, like when we go to the bowling alley, Illy and Jack knew that if I could hear them, like if they weren't in my sight by the bowling lanes and I could hear them, they were being too loud.
Mm-hmm.
But they also knew that anyone that worked at the bowling alley would come rat on them, no problem.
uh, JC says, now that said, my daughter did stay overnight before when she was younger at her godmother's house with her two sons, but that's because they literally see each other like siblings. Yeah, see? Oh, I just think it's interesting how, like, if my mom knew half the stuff I let my kids do, or half the stuff I'm willing to let my kids do, it's all stuff that I would have been like 6 feet in the ground for, even suggesting it. And it's interesting how parenting is different with each generation.
Yeah.
I'm hot. I'm overheating. And I don't know if it's because I'm still sick, JC, or if it's because like the AC is not on.
Um,
Um, my
I'm
husband keeps a
hot and the AC is on, and I think when we go on sprint, I'm going to like move closer to the AC unit and maybe change a shirt because it's warm.
well, my husband pointed out earlier, we were staying outside, we were talking while he was smoking. Um, and he was like, your skin is hot, and usually you are like cold and shivering. And I'm like, great. So I'm still sick. And he was like, yep. And he touched my forehead and he was like, you are hot. So I am still sick, very much so, which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal. At this point, I just stay perpetually sick for like 2+ weeks at a time each time I get sick. But he's also got a fan in here, and I keep looking over at it because I'm like, I can't tell if it's on or not, because usually I can't hear it, especially with these headphones on. But I keep looking over there, going like, is it on? I can't tell. So I might be burning up because I'm sick, or I might be burning up because the AC is not on. But when we turn to sprint, when we sprint, I'm gonna go double check it and make sure it's on, and then turn on the oscillating fan. So, yeah. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead. I'm going to double check and make sure I've gotten all the comments, which it looks like I have. Let me change this to live chat instead of top chat because YouTube thinks I just want to see some of the comments and not all of them. All right, cool. I got through all the comments. We're going to do a sprint, 25 minutes. If you're new here, we do a minimum of 4 25-minute sprints with 5 minutes break in between. That 5 minutes is a guesstimation because we get chitty chitty chat chat. So take that as you will. Um, Also, I like to put up prompts while we're sprinting that you do not have to write on if you don't want to. They're just there if you want to write but don't know what you want to write about. Maybe it'll add some inspiration to your story. And the first prompt for today says, maybe, just this once, the group as a whole might benefit from it if you, pardon my French, shut the fuck up. So that's our first writing prompt. You can use it if you want to. You don't have to. I am gonna go turn AC units on and like die and take more meds maybe because I think it's time for me to take more meds anyways, and find out what the plan is for the oldest. And a bunch of comments came through right before that, but I will come back to them. We will do the comments when I come back from the chat, not chat sprint. So let's go ahead and do this first sprint, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time, everyone. Let us know how you did, what you did in the chat. I managed to. I took meds because I took my temperature and it's like 99.1, which is a low fever, but I feel great other than the fact that I'm just overheating it. Turns out none of the AC units were on, so I've got the fan in here on and oscillating, so I get hit by it every once in a while. And I turn the house AC on, so that is why I'm hot. I am just overheating, but we're good. So, welcome back.
Oops,
I think
sorry.
you're muted. There we go.
Yes,
Okay.
you're okay.
But yeah, I have a slight fever. I took meds. I can now officially drink now that it's been 20 minutes since I took the meds, so I can drink now, which is cool because I'm thirsty. That's the fun thing about some of the meds I take. They're like, don't drink anything for like 20 minutes, and then they make you really fucking thirsty.
Wait, what med is it?
Dayquil.
Wait, it says that on there?
Mm-hmm. If you read the directions, because it's got a cough suppressant that kind of coats your throat.
Oh, see,
They're like,
I always take the pill form of the Dayquil, Nyquil.
if I had some of the pill form, I would take that, but I am out of Dayquil. I have got plenty of Nyquil, but I'm out of Dayquil because we use twice as much Dayquil as Nyquil usually. So
Yeah.
I'm out of the pill form of the Dayquil. So unfortunately. And right before the sprint ended, the oldest was like, "Okay, I'm ready to be picked up," and I was like, "That's great. Let me go talk to your dad, see if he'll pick you up." So he's gonna go get her, which is cool.
Perfect time, right?
Right, perfect timing. And then, what else did I do on that sprint? Oh, I'm working on updating my character name chart, where I keep a list of all character names, and yeah. Let me see. I can share that. Hold on. I can do a share screen on this computer. Master list of projects. Yes, that's it.
See, when I take Nyquil, it helps, but it doesn't knock me out.
It varies for me. Sometimes it knocks me out, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on like how sick I am. Because I feel fine other than being too hot and having a slight fever. Right now, if I took NyQuil, it wouldn't do shit, other than take down the fever. Which,
Okay.
if I had Tylenol, honestly, I would have taken Tylenol instead. Because I don't need anything but the fever reducer. If I have Tylenol, I can't freaking find it. So I'm gonna assume I'm out. But all right, so this is what else I worked on. Share screen. Share this tab instead. Okay. So this is my fun side project that I've been working on this week while I try to decide what I'm going to do for the 7-day book challenge. I'd like to keep a name of all my characters. I had one previously and it disappeared. I don't know where it is. It's probably lost in my files somewhere. I probably have it. But I am going through each of my project files now one by one. I have so fucking many. So many that I'm adding the names to this list. And then if a name pops up more than once, if it's from like the same series, I don't even add it to this list. But like there's sometimes I'll mention like a minor character that maybe appears once or twice. And so a lot of the times the ones that are highlighted is because someone was a minor character in another story and a major character in a different one. And it's not the same character, it's a completely different story. I'm just like, maybe we gotta work on changing some of those.
Names are hard. They always have been.
Yeah. And I have one for first names and I have one for surnames. So far, I haven't had any repeat surnames. But most of my stories, like, surnames aren't mentioned. So that's fun. Or, like, all the fantasy ones are, like, lady or, oops. pause that, lady or lord blank of country name. So, like, they don't have a last name because I'm not going to put the country as their name.
Oh,
So, that's what I was working on this sprint, though.
I put the kids to bed. I
Nice.
um, moved away from my desk because it wasn't that hot, but our cats peed over in that area twice. Both times we've been gone, and both times. Anyway, I told my husband, I was like, you need to get that cat figured out, or that cat's going away, because I can't even sit at my desk for any amount of time because it's just that stale pee smell. So she's not like spraying to mark, she's peeing, and I could see where she's peed because like sticking out, falling off the table, and it was wet. Or
Mm.
there was a pile of my clean clothes in my chair, and one of my pairs of underwear on the ground, and I picked it up, and it was dripping with pee for
Ew.
the cat. So, anyways, I'm over here at the kitchen table area, but I'm in my fancy chair.
Nice.
My chair. So, because we got the kitchen table that has like the two benches, and they just dig in the back of my thigh. It's not the table I would have picked out, but I was really
Sometimes
tired of sitting on the floor or having the kids on the floor to eat, and that's what we needed to do.
makes sense.
And then, so then I moved all my computer stuff over here. I got some water, and then I made the cat stop bothering their dang door. And that's it. And then I got the snack.
Okay. What was the step? Reese's Oreos?
Yes.
Okay.
They're Reese's peanut butter cups with Oreo in the inside. They're actually pretty good. So usually whenever, and then they have like the Oreo cookies with the Reese's on the inside. We all agree the Reese's cups are better, but usually when they come out with a new flavor, we'll give the Oreo cookies a try. Like when they had the Coke flavored Oreos, we gave that a try.
Mm-hmm.
Not my cup of tea. I don't like Coke anyway. Red Velvet was pretty good. They had a birthday cake one that tastes like dollar store birthday cake frosting.
To be fair, I like dollar store birthday
But
cake frosting, but I don't want it tasting like an Oreo like that. To be fair, I don't like Oreos though, so
so when we thought Jackson was allergic to everything under the gosh darn sun, found out that Oreos don't have milk in them.
correct.
The frosting is not milk. So I was like, oh, okay, great. When we go to
Yeah.
like potlucks and stuff like that, we'd always bring Oreos because that was one dessert that we knew Jackson could have.
There you go.
But now we know his system's just picky, and it's okay.
All right, I'm gonna go read some of the comments to see. Alexa says, "I just thought you were having a hot flash." Nope.
Oh, when you were waving.
Yeah. Jen is here. Hello. And JC is like, "Okay, just checking." And it even says, "I forgot I was here tonight." I love that. I'm here, but I forgot I was here. Not writing or being productive, so it's fine. That's all good. We spent a lot of time chit chatting before that first sprint.
I
It
mean,
was,
we've already been here almost an hour.
and when we've done one sprint, so we're good. We're good.
It's
I'm ready.
fine. We're out of practice because we didn't do sprinting last week.
This week's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Jen is working on a client project this weekend. I'm here for that. And JC says the pill form does not equal the potency of NyQuil. I take NyQuil and I'm out in like 10 minutes. Wow. No, I've never had it work that fast. I have not tried the ZQuil though. I don't really want to. So we're good. I took Dayquil, not NyQuil. I had both. I just took Dayquil because I was like, I want to do some work. If, truth be told, I would like to get this chart updated completely tonight. We'll see if it happens, but that is my goal. We'll see if it happens.
In the summertime when the ragweed is like really, really intense, the ragweed pollen, the only thing that could like, I mean, I still sound like I was a 105-year-old lady that just ran up like a giant mountain in a marathon. You could hear me wheezing from across the way. But I was, I was taking like 2 Dayquil twice a day, like every 12 hours, just so it would like thin out. Because what happened was my lungs were filling with fluid. So if I know I always stalk the pollen forecast, so if I know it's coming, I'll start taking it a day or two before, and I'll just take it throughout the whole summer. Although now that we're, you know, inside with better air ventilation, maybe it won't be so bad. We'll see.
Fair. Alright. Yeah, I already have to take allergy meds, and took those this morning because I take those in the morning. So yeah. Anyways, I have caught up with the chat. We've chat for a little bit. Let's go ahead and do another sprint. Sprint number 2.
Woohoo!
All right. For anyone who wants to write, doesn't know what they want to write about, here is another prompt you could possibly use. And it says, anything you can do, I can do better. Except that. I'm terrible at that. You're good at it, though. Keep going. So that is our writing prompt. And we're going to do 25 minutes starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time, everyone. Let us know what you did, how you did in the comments.
Well, that cat scared me awake just now. Because I wasn't looking at the screen, so I didn't see the timer going. Um, I'm making sure all of my chapter headers are the same, like the same formatting. I always have issues with that. I don't know why. It's still it doesn't like me. So, anyways, that's what I'm doing. Because this time around, I am naming my chapters,
Okay.
which I don't do that. I have never done that, but um, I'm thinking the way the story's going, I'm thinking it's more of a young adult, middle grade type novel instead of like a adult novel, I guess.
You good?
Probably.
You enjoying wrecking my bed? It was made. Bye.
So yeah, this time I decided to name the chapters, and I thought about being funny and naming them like the one that or the one with, like Friends episodes, but I did not do that. At least not all of them.
I think that would be a lot of fun. I have not named any chapters. Wow, I'm a little louder than I'm meant to be. I'm so sorry. Um, but especially like for like fantasy, I think it would be cool to name chapters.
This is the first time I've done it, so it's
I used to do it all the time. I don't remember why I stopped. I don't remember when I stopped either because none of the stories I currently have on my drive have chapter titles. But I remember having chapter titles for my stories. You look so fucking pretty.
My hair was up.
Can we see? 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 Oh, I like your dress. It's so
Let's see.
cool.
I'm gonna make her big. Let's see. Nope, that's not the right one. Can I switch? Which one is the big one? There we go.
There.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, I like
My
that.
hair
I
was
like your
up
choker.
before I needed. My hair went on the bridge halfway through.
It's okay.
You look very nice. I like it.
Earlier when she sent the picture of what she looked like,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely was like, my baby girl's all grown up.
By the way, my friend said hi.
Which friends?
David and Ariel.
Okay. They're a couple, right?
Yes.
Okay. I thought you mentioned that yesterday when we were talking about the bonfire pic, the group pic.
Yeah.
So they took a group photo of like their whole some of their friend group. It was not even the whole friend group
Because not all everyone went.
to the bonfire yesterday.
Or
And,
to the dance.
and so they were showing me the bonfire pic, and I was like, "There's 13 people. It's a lucky number."
You're hilarious.
Let me go get the camera. I have pictures. to
You have
show
pictures to show me? Oh, she's got pictures to show me. Sorry, I should not be this giggly, but I am. My baby's all grown up.
Is she your oldest or youngest?
Mhm.
Oldest.
That's
Okay.
my oldest.
Got it.
My youngest had her volleyball jamboree earlier today, and usually I take her to soccer, but this week is going to be weird since I have to be at work at 5:30, and her soccer doesn't even start until 5:30. So I get to miss soccer this week. Yay!
you. So this was the last picture I took, which is boys.
Okay.
Me. My
Oh, you
hair.
didn't get dressed up?
No.
Okay. That's okay. The boy did not get dressed up.
Was his clothes clean at least?
His clothes were clean.
Did he smell nice?
Did he smell nice? That's what I'm being asked.
So,
She's like, I don't know.
he smelled like he usually does. Paxton was there. The guy singing. I didn't get a single picture of me, I think. Went by myself, except for the ones.
Do you want me to take a picture of you by yourself? Yeah. No? Okay. I was just asking. Because I can if you want me to. You got the one that you sent the group, the family group
Yeah,
chat?
that's the one I was talking about.
Okay.
I have another one over here. Ariel and David, Jesse and him. I can't pronounce his name right.
Kim?
No.
Xavier?
Yeah. And then our group one with our couples.
6 people. Okay.
And then and that's it.
Okay. You got the one photo of you.
Yeah, and then the other one I said.
Okay. Sorry, we just did a flashbang of pictures real quick.
Alright.
Did you have fun? That's all that matters.
I'm tired now.
You're tired now?
Yeah, she looks the dress now.
Chat says you look gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm crying like she's my What?
The JC in the chat. When we came back, there's a bunch of stuff from before we went on to the.
Your pants is too big on me.
I was like, what is? I was like, in the photo, you look weird. I was like, what is that?
I said it. I have a hair tie around the shorts.
Apparently, she was wearing shorts underneath the dress,
I am.
Oh.
and they were too big, so she was holding them with the hair bun.
That's why some of the pictures look different, odd. Because on one side, is it like this?
She's got a hip bump.
Because
I
of the
love
hair
it.
tie.
That's fine. It's not a big deal.
'Cause I couldn't show this.
I didn't notice it until you pointed it out. So.
I couldn't find my other black shorts, so I had that fit me without me needing
It's
that.
because she's so tiny. She is a bird.
I am a petite little woman.
Her friends call her stick bug.
I mean,
I love it. I am here for it. I just think it's funny.
like, Ileana, we went and got her. So we bought her a pair of jeans at Goodwill like a few months ago, and then we were going through her clothes, and I had her throw away the clothes or get rid of the clothes that she wasn't fitting. Turns out she accidentally tossed the clothes that she did fit, her one pair of jeans. So we went to Goodwill and bought her a pair of jeans yesterday, like $7, but they're a size 4
Voila.
in women's. Size 4 in women's.
That is
Okay.
tiny.
And then we figured out the problem with her shoes. Oh my god, okay. So like, when we tell Ileana things, she's very like literal. Like yesterday I said we're gonna leave around 12:30 or so. So she mad dash and made sure I was ready to go out the
Just
door
all
at
one person
12:30.
in the chat right now.
One time I was like, the doctor asked her how often do you brush your teeth? I don't brush my teeth at all because she failed to tell the doctor that mom and dad brush teeth for her. So she unknowingly does this. So like she puts her foot in her shoe and we're like, okay, let us feel your toe. So then she like, her foot goes as far forward against the tongue of the shoe. And so there's a lot of gap behind her heel. So she's wearing size 10 shoes, but we actually went and sized her, and she needs a 7.5 to 8 size.
Okay.
But that's how much I was like, why are your shoes so big? And she's like, well, and I think it's just like one of those things where let us feel for your toe. So she's trying to, she doesn't do it on purpose. She just like puts her toes
forward.
forward. Or like one time we took her to the eye doctor. And I'm like, I'm watching her, I'm like, why are you squinting? Like the doctor leaves, I'm like, why are you squinting? And she's like, well, because it's a test to see how well we can see. I'm like, it's a test to see what you can't see. It's not so you can squint and like try to get all the answers correct. So she's very like, so anyways, she doesn't wear a size 10, she needs a size 8. Which I didn't realize how big of a shoe she was wearing really until I was watching her doing boxing class and her foot was like wiggling side to side really well.
Fair.
Just a funny life of Illy. But yeah, she's tiny. So tiny.
This
I'm
one's
like-
tiny too.
I told her, I'm like, I hope you get some meat on your ass for when your boobs grow bigger. If not, it's gonna be, you're gonna be so mad at all the males around you.
That is funny. So it's funny that JC put a bunch of stuff in once I got to the end of the comments and was getting ready to start the sprint. She was like, did you catch up, that is? Are you sure? Red alert. No, wait. And then she was saying hi to Grace. Grace was reading your comments as well, JC. Don't worry. She's reading the best over my shoulder.
Just a second ago, but I was texting Hegyes. Stomach hurts.
Uh-oh. Did you guys eat something?
We ate something before we left. We ate something. So it's pizza.
I want pizza.
I had one pizza stuff.
I had a chicken wrap.
I want one pizza.
Hi, Ogre. What's up? Oof. Hi. Hello, needy puppy. Needy puppy.
I was on the stream. I got off and got rid of YouTube.
I'm sorry.
I did.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Did I? Okay. We're at the bottom of the comments. Unless JC adds some more. Do you want to do another sprint?
Yeah, we can do another sprint. We can do that.
Let's do another sprint. So, sprint number 3. For anyone who wants to write but doesn't know what they want to write about, here is a prompt. It says, "Why did I have to get stuck with such imbeciles on this mission? I swear the gods hate me. What did I do to deserve this?" Oh, yeah. Never mind. Totally warranted.
Oh, girl, leave me alone.
He wants attention. Alright, so that's-
that hasn't been here since.
That's our prompt for anyone who wants to write but doesn't know what they want to write about. We are going to start 25 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that's time, everyone. Let us know what you did, how you did it in the comments. How'd you do?
Um, I am about halfway done with removing all of my placeholder text in my file.
Nice.
I have a KDP or Amazon Kindle has a, is it file? Is it folder? Yeah, it's a folder that has, like if you want your paperback a certain size, it has a pre-formatted like margins and stuff. And so I just stick to the same size for all my books. So I don't mix up the sizes between books. And then I when I'm done, I'm not done, but when I'm to a point that I want to like start reading through it from beginning to end, then I move all my stuff over to the pre-formatted file. Now, why don't I just type it up in the pre-formatted file to begin with? I don't know. It's just my process. It's fine. Because sometimes I'll like write in Google Docs, like on my phone, just instead of dragging out my computer and everything, especially since my computer's keyboard doesn't work, so I have to like drag around my spare keyboard to use it. And so just typing it up on my phone sometimes is easier for me.
Makes
Simpler in the long run.
Makes sense.
What'd you do?
I am still reading through projects and pulling names and putting them in my chart. So that is what I'm doing. And the number of highlighted names is not funny. Like I'm mad at myself for how many names are highlighted because I've used them in more than one story that are unrelated to each other. And I'm just like, grr.
So, my story, I've named the characters of the deed naming except for one. I've just capitalized it boy because it's a boy character and I don't know what the name is going to be yet.
There we go. It works, it works.
Yes. Nope. I have the names for the other two characters on my wall over that way. Well, no, I was going to look up, but I'm not by where I'm like sticky notes on my desk, so.
I think the best part about this is that I am, in order to do this task, I am reading back through stories. And it's like, these aren't half bad if I do say so myself. Look at me go.
Any talking fish? Any talking
No
fish?
talking fish. No talking fish.
So I think what I'm going to do for this 7-day book challenge, I'm going to work on what I'm working on now. Just try to incorporate all the edits into it so that at least it's ready for a read through from someone other than myself. And then, yeah. One of these days I'll get Jackson's talking fish story done.
The fish
One of
story
these
will be
days,
that invention.
I'll be like, Jackson, I ordered you a book. He's like, he'll be like, Mom, another book. I'm like, here you go. And he'll be like, oh, you wrote it. And he'll die of a heart attack on that day. I've planned it out. It's fine.
That's the story you should work on next week for the 7-day book challenge.
Yeah, yes.
You don't sound so
I mean,
sure.
I
You're like,
could.
no.
I mean, I
No.
could. The story I'm working on now, it doesn't have I haven't announced anywhere, or talked about it really anywhere, but I did draft it, my 10,000 word rough draft or whatever, or the outline that I was working from. I wrote it up in May, and then Jackson's Talking Fish story I wrote up in July of the same year. So apparently I had like a fantasy story binge going on. You know, because in May of 2020 I wrote this one, and July 2020 I wrote the Talking Fish one.
Yeah.
Without
So-
an outline or anything, I just like winged it.
One of the stories I was going through was for one of the pen names that I co-write with a friend,
Mm-hmm.
where they come up with the plots and I just write the story. And I've been telling everyone, I'm like, I haven't started writing them. And apparently I have been. I have like 10,000 words on one of the first stories. I'm like, reading back through it for names. I'm like, I have no memory of writing any of this. None of it.
That's
No
hilarious.
idea where any of this came from. I'm like, it's my writing style. I obviously wrote it. I just don't know when, how, where, why. Like, I've got no memory of it whatsoever. None.
And the only reason I know, well, I knew I wrote the Talking Fish story for Nano 1 year, but then I know that the Lost Mother Magic story that I'm working on now I wrote in May because I went to see the versions in Google Docs. So that's when I first put it into Google Docs. It's May 2020. You know, when I had nothing else to do but sit around and type.
Yeah. I got a lot of words in 2020, but that was the year Justin was working at the prison, and so the girls were out of school because of the pandemic.
Right.
I was not working because I had quit work so that someone would be able to get the girls on and off the bus because he was not with his schedule the way it was, and he was working 12-hour shifts. He was leaving before they went to school and coming home after they got off. So, yeah. So I got a lot of words then. But at the same time, when I consider how much I've written before and since, it feels in a way I should have doubled what I did. Because I'm almost on par with that some of the other years I've written, where I was doing more stuff.
So, like, 2020, I wrote a lot because of this pandemic. And then we started traveling again. But then I felt like when I didn't have as much quote-unquote free time, I wrote more. I produced more things that people are reading out in the world. But now, you know, like during the summer, I thought I would like write a lot more during the summer because the kids weren't doing schoolwork 3 or 4 times a week.
No.
Which, P.S., Jackson has now realized why I didn't want him to take math completely off for the whole summer because we're reviewing some of the concepts and it didn't go over well.
Whoops.
Illy, on the other hand, she's like, oh yeah, I got this, it's fine. But the same exact math that they're doing together, but not the same time. They're doing it at the same time, just not together. She's like, oh yeah, and this book you got, Mom, me, it's so great. The examples are really easy to understand, and it's fine. Okay. Jack is like, tear. I'm like, well, I guess my day is done. Someone cried doing schoolwork. It's fine. Felt like he wasn't like sobbing. He got tears in his eyes because he was mixing up fraction-y stuff with algebra.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I feel like when I have free reign of my time, then I'm like, oh, I'll get that later, or I binge watch an entire show with my boy in a matter of a month.
Yeah.
We watched the entire series of Charmed, and then we watched the entire 5-season series of Primeval, and you know, now it's school time again, and now my brain is like, I don't wanna.
Since I use writing as like a cool down hobby thing, I definitely do not write as much if I'm not also working. If that makes sense. Like my having a job is a good thing because then I can use writing as a break from said job. And that's how I like wind down. Whereas when I'm not working and all I do is write, I use everything else to avoid writing.
One time we were in Wisconsin for a month, about 38 days. And then it was time for me to edit one of my books. I'm like, I don't want to. Hey, let's take out the bedroom closets. Or, hey, let's pull apart the carpet that has a leak on it and do that. Or like, hey, let's clean the roof. Or, you know, anything else other than actually editing my book.
Fair. Oh God, my eye keeps twitching. No idea why. All right, let me look at the comments. JC was asking if I got her message. I probably did, and I didn't read it until just now when she said that. So, just replied to it too. And that's pretty much. That's the only comment that's there. Everyone has either disappeared or is doing their own thing, which is fine. Like I'm not mad about it at all. Oh my God, my eye. But that being said, I have, with that being the only message on the chat, that we've made it to the end of the chat. Nixie is ready for us to sprint again. Do we want to do another sprint?
I mean, what else are we gonna talk about? Really, you know?
I don't know. I got nothing.
Um,
Still don't know what I'm gonna do for the 7-day book challenge. Couldn't tell you.
I'll decide Monday. That's about
Uh,
it. Like, I don't
I
know.
I'm determined to pick something before I go to bed on Sunday night. What's up, kiddo? You ready to go to bed? Huh? It's called the Light Keeper. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that one up. It's only $8. That's one I would possibly play. Can you turn the AC off? I think we're good now. The whole house is now cold, and you're wrapped up in a blanket. I think I'm the only one that was actually cold or hot. Now everyone is cold. There we go. AC is off. I can hear it.
You should read the comments.
Oh, there's more comments? Okay. Holy crap. JC says, is it? Could there be more? I will not be ignored. Imagine me jumping up and down. Pick me, see me. That is hilarious. All right, with that being said, let's do another sprint. This is sprint number 4. This may or may not be the last sprint, depends on how we're feeling. And the prompt for this one says, there's a strategy to this, my dear, and frankly, you suck at it. So kindly sit down and stay out of this. I'll let you know when it's time to fight. That you're good at. So that is our prompt for anyone who wants to use it. You do not have to. 25 minutes on the clock, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. All right, that is time. Let us know what you did, how you did in the comments.
Well, all of my documents in one document together where it's supposed to be. All the placeholder text is gone. I still have to do like about the author. I have to move that over, but the story itself is there. So I can stop having so many tabs open. Yay me.
Woo!
It's like 28,000 words. 25, 28, somewhere in there total.
Okay.
So, there's no romance in it. There's no inappropriate language in there. There's like magic and adventuring and reuniting with your family that you thought was gone forever. And in a way, you also find your magic that you lost along the way too. So, I mean, adults could read it, but it's definitely I wouldn't like market it as like an adult novel.
Okay.
So that's definitely what it's not. I would say middle grade, but maybe would it be like 9 to 12 years old or like 13 on up?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, in our library, the warrior books are called like young adult, even though mostly teenager or yeah, they're in the like kids children's library, even though most people that read them are like teenagers. So, because they're talking animals, I guess.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
More names.
More names.
More reading through projects and grabbing names and throwing them in the document. I was also chit-chatting with JC about plans for next week. So,
Survive.
survive sounds like a great plan.
That's
I like this plan. I like that plan a lot. It's snackish. I don't know what I want to eat though. I want chocolate. I have ice cream. Sugar good ice cream.
You could eat down, maybe.
But let's see what project number am I on. I've got to finish this project. Let's see how many projects do I have left after this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 55. I have 55 projects to go through after this. And anything that actually has writing in it, I am reading through, so it's taking longer.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to grab all names, even if they're like mentioned one time in passing, like, do you remember so and so? And that's the only time they're mentioned ever in the entire 60,000 word draft.
So, is your goal not to have a name mentioned only more than once, only in that story, nowhere else in any other of your stories, or what is your goal with the names?
The goal is that I don't want to use, especially like for like main characters, I don't want to use the same character names in multiple stories unless they're like the same character.
Oh, okay, got it.
So like, I don't want someone from Sultry Solstices to have the same name as someone from like my Fantasy World series. So,
Got it.
and I have lots of duplicate names where a lot of the duplicate names, so far there's been no main characters, but it's been duplicate names. A lot of the duplicate names are like, most of my stories involve like teenagers and like college age kids. So they're young adults. And so like the parents have the names. So a lot of my duplicates are parents, where the kid obviously calls them mom or dad, so the name only gets mentioned once or twice. So most of my duplicates are a parent. And, which I find hilarious.
I would call that like a duplicate. I mean, it's not like they're referring to that person over and over again by that name.
True. So, but I thought that was hilarious. The whole point was to avoid, especially like with main characters. I don't want, Tara is the name of the main character in the first Sultry Solstice story, and I've already used Tara as a side character in another series with featuring werewolves. So Tara from the werewolf story is going to have to change because she is an important enough character that I cannot have her have the same name. Different spellings are allowed. The same name, same spelling is not, and this is the case where it's the same name, same spelling. I'm just like, apparently I like that name, which is cool, but at the same time, I'm like, it needs to change in one of them. It's going to change in the werewolf story. So once I have my list of names, then I can go back through and change all the duplicates that are like need to be changed. Some of them won't need to be changed because, like you said, they're only mentioned once or twice. It doesn't matter. They're not. Doesn't matter. It's just a throwaway name to begin with. So not that big a deal. But anything where it's like a major or side character that affects the plot, yeah, those need to be changed. So step one is getting the names. Step two will be changing them. This is my way of procrastinating so that I can figure out what I want to work on for the 7-day book challenge. Because I have no idea what I'm working on for the 7-day book challenge. JC says, yeah, that too, Stephanie. Surviving is good. Yes, surviving is good. Surviving sounds like a plan. We like this plan. We like surviving. So, one of these days, I want to do a stream where we do like a 5-year planning. Because I have a 5-year planner, and you have a 5-year planner,
Yes.
and JC has a 5-year planner.
I think it'd be fun to be like, okay, this is our fancy plan of releasing our books for the next 5 years. I like fantasy plan because it's a nice way of saying this is like pie in the sky. If everything was magically perfect and nothing got in the way of life, this is exactly where my books are going to be released.
Fun fact. So, like, my goal for next year is to release the Sultry Solstice series.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it's taking me a while to work on these stories, I still think I'll be able to finish them and have them published next year, which is cool. Otherwise, we'll start planning for 2027. 2026 we'll have no releases, and it'll be a year of polishing to get ready for 2027 releases and just do multiple releases in 2027. Especially with like the short story series, I would like to get to the point where I put out 2 short story series a year because there's going to be 7 short story series in the end. I don't want to be publishing 1 series a year for 7 years. So, if I can get to the point where I've got 2 publishing a year, that would be cool.
Like 2 stories or 2 series?
2 series.
Okay.
Because with the short stories, I'm publishing them 2 weeks apart. So the whole series will be published once story A, 2 weeks, story B, story C, 2 weeks, so on and so forth, until all 7 are out. I'm doing rapid release of the 7 stories in each series. So, if I can get to the point where I have 2 complete series coming out, that would be cool. Eagle just suddenly started randomly itching. But I need to start planning, and I do want to do that. I think next year, other than Sultry Solstices, like if originally I wanted to put out more stories, but I haven't worked on anything else. So I think next year I'm only going to focus on getting Sultry Solstices out, and the rest of the year I am going to be working on prepping, and polishing everything for 2027 so I can get more works published 27 onwards.
Gotcha.
That's the plan. Me and plans don't work out so well though, so
So my fantasy plan and my 5-year planner that I have that is ending this year, I was like, okay, in 2020, I wrote, published a 50 to 80,000 word novel every 2 to 3 months. So it was like I wrote it, edited it, and I published it at the beginning of the 3rd month. So
Okay.
I did 4 books in 2020. No big deal.
Okay.
I got it done. We're good. Well then, like we were able to travel around after 2020 ended, and like we started going to places, and it is not in my brain. I was like, oh, I did it this one year because then I'll be able to completely like keep up with the output every single year going forward. A spoiler for those that have not kept up with my publishing journey, that did not happen. No, it did not happen. Um, yeah, so, is what it is.
Yeah.
So now I know 4 books a year is not for me.
I think I could get to the point where I'm putting out 4 books a year. However, I want to make sure before I even like plan publishing dates, the story is completely ready to go. Like I want it. I don't. I like pre-orders, but I don't even want to schedule a pre-order until the story. Like I can hit publish today. When the story gets to that point, that's when I'll schedule a pre-order for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't. I cannot. I will. It will. I will shoot myself in the foot doing this. I do not want to plan a pre-order without the book being done first because I will miss that deadline and I will laugh at it as it passes. Because I know myself well enough to know that. So that's why I've been so focused on trying to get the Sultry Solstice's stories done this year, is because that way I can start putting up the pre-orders and start releasing them next year. And I'm still hoping that by the end of this year I can do that. But if not, that will roll over into next year and I will not be scheduling a pre-order until these books are 100% ready to go. And they're not there yet. One might be. It's ready for beta readers now. I was going to try to write the first 3 before I started sending the stories to beta readers.
Mm-hmm.
That way I could be working on 4 onwards while beta readers were giving me feedback about those first 3. And then by the time I finish each story after that, I can send them straight on to beta readers who have read the first 3. That's the goal. So, wasted deadlines. Hi and bye. Something JC said about deadlines and writing in pencil reminded me of that. I don't have my planner in here, so I can't even look at it.
Mine are in on sticky notes, so I just write the title, or if I don't remember the title, I'll be like, love book number 1, love book number 3, or 5, or whatever series number it is, and I'll put the sticky note on the calendar page. But then I don't actually write it down that it's released on that particular day until it's actually released, so I can look back at it. But like forward thinking, it's on sticky notes.
I write in pencil, and then everything I plan to do is in pencil, and then when it actually happens, I'll write it in a pen. That's the plan. Have I done that so far? No, because I was a dumbass, and when I first got the planner, I just started writing in it, and it's alternating between pen and pencil as I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do.
Well, you could always just keep it in pen, write everything in pen, because you can't erase the pen and make a pencil, and then once that thing is completed, you can highlight it as you're checking it off.
But that was just for this month and August and September. So moving forward, I'm doing the pencil pen thing.
Okay.
That's the plan. But again, we know I'm so good with plans. They work out so well for me. I do want to start like keeping better track of things I actually accomplished though. Like if I finished Presumed Dead, which is the first story of the Sultry Solstice's shorts. It is done. It's ready for beta readers, and I want to make sure I mark down that I finished that this month. I haven't been so good at writing down everything I actually accomplish. JC says, see, if I wrote things in pencil, it will give me the perfect excuse to change it, and it will be an always moving deadline. Fair, but sometimes you need deadlines to move. I'm more worried about, like, I know for the most part, except during writing challenges, I only have about an hour to dedicate towards writing every day. And that writing can be writing first drafts, it could be rewriting, it could be editing, it could be anything dealing with writing. But because of the fact that I cannot guarantee a story will work out. Like right now, I'm rewriting for like the third time the second story in the Sultry Solstices series. This is my third rewrite, complete rewrite, and some stories I can do a rough draft, an edit, and then send it to beta readers. This one, I'm on draft number 3. It's not ready for beta readers. I don't know when it'll be ready for beta readers. It's taking like 3 times as long to write this particular story than like even the previous story. Presumed Dead, I wrote it, knocked it out within like a week. The original draft was like written in a week, and it was decent. And I have since added stuff to it, but the original form, when that ended up getting submitted to the anthology, hasn't had a lot of changes to it. Whereas this one has had so many changes, it's not funny. So it's taking me 3 times as long to write the same amount of words. In fact, actually, as of next week, it'll be like 4 times as long to write the same amount of words, and it's still not ready. So, like, because I cannot predict how long it'll take me to work on each story, I would rather calculate based on like how much time I'm spending on writing, period, versus setting a deadline, being like, okay, this story needs to get done by this time, because then I will just give myself anxiety trying to make sure it gets done by this time when it's possible it might take me longer. I think I just talked myself in circles. I am so sorry. I don't know if any of that made sense. Basically, I don't want to constrain myself to deadlines when the story might need more work.
Because each story takes you a different amount of time, because sometimes you might take longer in drafting, sometimes you might take longer on edit, sometimes like it's the way you have longer time, might not get an hour every day on some days.
Yeah, most of the time, as long as I'm at work, I can get that hour, but yeah. So, okay, cool. As long as everyone understood, because I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Words are coming out of my mouth. None of them make any sense. It's all good. Then I just scratched it out. That makes sense. I like the idea of the post-it notes, especially like with these, the 5-year planners we got. I think the smaller square post-it notes fit in them perfectly. Okay.
Yes, they do.
The problem is I'm also tracking other things. I'm not just tracking like publication dates. I'm tracking like YouTube stuff and things like that. And that's why that wouldn't work for me.
Right, but like the things that you don't have you have a soft deadline, but not a hard deadline. Like your YouTube videos, your hard deadlines for like videos and stuff like that are hard deadlines. But for like releasing certain books on certain days, those are more like, if everything's perfectly going well, then this is I want to release it on this day. So like maybe the book deadlines be on sticky notes, and then the other stuff would be directly on the page itself.
That could work.
So
maybe
like just use the sticky notes to like being able to move stuff around, that sort of thing. Like when I used to do 30 days of videos for NaNoWriMo, and then that was in November, and then I did 30 days of daily videos for Vlogmas in December. Like the December stuff, I knew exactly, like there's 3 videos that were on the same day every year, but all the other stuff I kind of like changed around, so I would put it on sticky notes and like move it around to about where I wanted it, and then I would write down afterwards, like on the square afterwards.
That makes sense.
But I haven't done that in a while because I don't know how I managed that.
I wanted to do Vlogmas so badly this year, but I'm already behind on the videos that I wanted to post this year. I've got a couple more video ideas that I want to do now before the videos I had already planned.
You could take Vlogmas to practice short and sweet videos, not hour-long videos, my friend. You could see,
Actually, the videos I had planned were supposed to be shorter videos, but the problem is now is that I don't have the time to film, edit, and upload. So, which is why I haven't had a video in like 3 weeks. I haven't had a video come out since September started. I haven't released any vlogs. I haven't done anything. I haven't filmed. I haven't done squat. And I'm not upset about it. I just was like, I had so many plans and I did not fulfill any of them. And I'm like, I can't bring myself to care. I'm just like, it is what it is. It's fine. You'll see a video when you see a video, kind of thing.
Let's see.
JC says, I feel called out by that, Stephanie.
By which
The
stuff?
hour-long videos.
Oh, whatever. It's fine.
Because her videos are an hour long. But to be fair,
Yes.
JC is consistent about filming. And her filming schedule is set. She films Monday through Friday. She does not film on the weekend. And like, so she's editing. She's probably editing right now. That's probably what she's been doing during this stream, is editing her video. That will come out on Monday for us, Sunday for Patreon patrons. Like, she's got a set schedule, and I'm here for that. I would love that. But like, I have not done that in a while. A hot second. Ew, stop it.
I have not done a video since August 25th. That's the last time I did a video.
When's the last time I did a video? I think I had one in September because I did have a vlog. Jesus. I was like, what did I have? I had something. Yeah, I had a vlog in September 9th was the last time I posted something. I haven't filmed, and September 3rd was the last one before that. Both of them were vlogs. Usually I alternate, so there's a vlog, video. This time, the last two videos were both vlogs. So, I haven't filmed any videos. And then again, last weekend, I didn't even live stream. So, there was no post last week, period. I've hit the point where, like, if I can post at least once a week, whether it's a vlog video or live stream, I'm good. But, like, last week, I didn't do anything, so.
So I did that video, and it was like an August reading wrap-up video. And then I was going to be like sharing each book I read in September as a short, and I only did one of those. That was on September 2nd. What else have I failed as a YouTuber person? Let's see. Did I do any lives this month?
I think you had one at the very beginning of the month. Oh, JC corrected me. She said her video was done and posted to Patreon, uploading as we speak to YouTube. Beta reading right now. Okay, fair enough. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Let's see. I did one just 3 weeks ago, so that was in August. And then I did one. It was like a 2-hour one. It was 7 days ago. And it was, you were at work and you were sick. And you hopped in this chat for a little bit. And then I think you died. So.
Possibly. I apparently came back to life, though, so we're good.
It was like, nobody was around. And it was so dead. I was over it. I'm like, fine, whatever. I'm done streaming. So I didn't stream anymore since then because I felt like nobody wanted me around. So you're all annoying. Not you, Skye. You're fine. But everyone else that was there and didn't want to. Anyhow, it's fine. But I think it was like I got on like at midnight or 11:30, like 12:15 or something like that.
Okay.
Instead of 10:50. So.
Okay.
I say you died because you were chatting and you're like, oh yeah, I'm at work but I'm sick, and then nothing for like 2 hours. I'm like, okay.
When I'm sick and at work, I move extra slow, so I will respond extra slow too because I'm behind on work already. And I have to get out of there at a certain time. So like I am less chatty on a night I'm sick anyways if I'm at work because of the fact that I'm slowed down and like already an hour behind. It takes any task that would normally take me like 30 minutes takes me at least an hour. So I'm just like, I do not talk a lot when I'm sick at work, just because I am too busy playing catch up the whole night long.
Gotcha.
And like, if I go into work and I'm sick, I will automatically email someone and be like, I know I'm going to miss something. I am so sorry. I do not feel good. So take that to heart when you send me your nastygram saying, so and so didn't do this. Yeah, you're right. I didn't. I purposely didn't. Fuck off. I ran out of time to do that. Whatever that was. So, all right. Do we want to do another sprint? I'm easy. I could care less. I've got things I can do. Or we could wrap up and jump out of here.
Whatever. Whatever you want to do. It's your stream.
All right, chat. Are we sticking around? Are we doing another sprint, or are we going to wrap it up and like say goodnight? I will give it a couple minutes to find out.
So my book is including like the title page and the acknowledgement page and about the author. It's going to be 165 pages. The story itself is like 158 pages. It's 11-point font, and it's in a Deja Vu serif font. And it's a 5.5 by 5.25 by 8.25 or something like that page. 5.5 by 8. I don't know. It's like a regular paperback size that all my other books are in. So
I think the size I chose is 5.5 by 8.5. I think that's the size I chose. I'd have to open up one of my formatted projects to tell you for sure, but I think that's the size. The only exception is like omnibuses, where like when the short stories come out, I'm putting them out in ebook only for individual stories, and then 3 months after the final story publishes, I'll be putting out an omnibus. This is the plan, at least. We all know how my plans go. I'll be putting out an omnibus that is all 7 stories as both an ebook and paperback. Anything that's an omnibus is going to be 6 by 9, just because those get thick quick. So, individual stories, 5.5 by 8 or 8.5, I don't know which. Omnibuses, collections, stuff like that, 6 by 9. That's my plan. We'll see how well I stick to it. All right, JC said sprint. She said, we're never leaving. I need to go rest. I'm wide awake. If I get off here and we finish streaming, I'm gonna go play a video game. Let's be real.
I mean, I'll probably like just end up chatting with Skye anyway when we're done. So
like, I'm going to be awake until my husband comes in here, and he's off work tomorrow. He doesn't work tomorrow, so there's a very good possibility I'll still be awake at like 6 o'clock my time this morning. So just saying. But let's do another sprint. Let me come up with another prompt real quick.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna just chat to some week. Ileana set up her week in her bullet journal that she got in her class, at a co-op, and so she wrote down like everything she's gonna do and her assignments, and she opted not to do any homework schoolwork on Thursday and move it to Friday because we had a couple things on Thursday afternoon. I slept until like noon yesterday, and then around 1 we left, and she did this work during the day before I got up. I'm like, why? She goes, I forgot, and it was Friday. I'm like, so maybe don't skip a day just because I'm like, you need to do math. Well, she did math yesterday, but I'm like, you need to do math 5 days a week, and then like the history and geography like 4 days a week. So she opted to skip Thursday on a bunch of stuff and load it on Friday. I'm like, that's not. You don't need to do that. It's fine.
No.
I did get her like literature book that I ordered off the line, and it's like a public school type book, and it's broken up into 2 volumes.
Okay.
She is dismayed because she was thinking there's gonna be like middle school literature book. It was just be like lots of stories and answering questions, but it's a little bit more than that because it's American literature based because it's grade 11. Um, but like this is the first half of the book.
That's volume 1.
That's volume 1. There's a
Dear
lot of
Google
stuff in
Google.
here, like, but what's really neat is that there's these icons. There's this, where's here? Oh, there's this icon that says click here for multimedia.
Yeah.
See that? So if they go to the website for this publisher.
Okay. That's the
Um,
best.
yeah, which is like Pearson or like public book publisher for school. Anyways, you click it and it will like either read some of the page out loud to you or have a video. Like it's American literature, so like the first section is like what is freedom mean to you? So it talks about the preamble and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and the amendments. And so there's like 5 or 6 minute audio about Thomas Jefferson and like what was going on during that time. And then there's like some videos. So it's a little bit more than that. And then it has her like read through the selection. And then after she answers some like comprehension questions, she goes back through. And there's like this, it's called closed reading, but there's like these annotation type activities in the margin that you do to the story itself to kind of help you study more about the book or learn, because it's written in the original language of the Constitution, which she hates, and she's like, Mom, the Bill of Rights again, the amendments again, because last year she did U.S. government. And we were going to do the second half of the U.S. government book, but then it got peed on, so we didn't get to do it. So I'm like, listen, it's fine. She just, there's just more to it. But there's some stuff like it's not applicable, like get in small groups and like discuss and blah, that sort of thing. And that's not going to be applicable in there. So, but there's a lot more writing. I'm like, you're the one that said you wanted me to get it all in one book instead of me assigning books for you to read and then writing assignments based on those books. So, you got what you asked for, so here you go. But, so this one's like writing freedom, and then like the individual in society, and then there's like civil rights movement and the importance of place. Oh, and the last one is the American short story. So there's 6 units. This is only 3 of them. And at the end of each unit, there's a writing assignment. And at the very last one is she just write her own short story.
Nice.
We'll see how it goes. Whatever.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Timer again.
Jackson does not want it all in one book. He's told me, I don't want it all in one book. Like, okay. He's gonna do reading and vocabulary for grade 9 because that's where he's at for that topic of stuff on Khan Academy. But then we're gonna get him a separate writing thing that he can on paper because my kids are not great typists. Plus, he stares enough. But he's like, yeah, I want to try it on there. So he was going to do chemistry. No, he was going to do physics on Khan Academy next year. He's like, what about physics? So we looked at it, but he said no because of the person that narrates the videos.
Okay. Fair.
There's nothing wrong with people from other countries talking in English, but he has a very somewhat thick Indian accent to a lot of his phrases and words. So Jackson's like, I don't like that word. I don't like him. I'm like, okay. But then the chemistry one is narrated by a girl. He's like, yeah, I can do that. No problem. So.
Okay.
But it was like American speaker, like a Native American speaker. So that was the difference. So. But yeah, Jackson's like, yeah, Mom, you need to assign me my writing. I don't need like a book. You can just make it up as we go along. It's fine.
Okay.
Sure, buddy. That's not happening, but okay, sure.
Sure. All right, let's do a sprint. This will be the last one of the night, and then we'll wrap up and get out of here.
All right.
Food. Someone's cooking something. It smells delicious, so I'm gonna have to go investigate. Otherwise, my nose is playing tricks on me, which is possible too. We'll figure it out. Anyways, this will be the final sprint. Sprint number 5. I brought up the kitty cat again. Oh my goodness gracious. If I can get stuff to move where I want it to be. There we go. All right. And in honor of you, Stephanie, here's our 5th and final prompt. Is there a talking fish? There needs to be a talking fish. I had to. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I think I'm going to call the main character Wanda. For Wanda and the Talking. There's like this movie I watched one time that has like fish in like imaginary fish floating through it, and her name is Wanda.
When you say Wanda, all I could think of is odd parrots, fairly odd
Oh.
parrots.
Don't quote me. I have no idea what I'm naming her. Don't know yet.
That's fine. All right, 25 minutes is our last sprint. Let me make sure I'm not missing any. I'm not missing any comments. Cool. So let's go ahead and do this in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And that's time. How to do what to do. Let us know in the comments. I did not add a talking fish.
I went onto Canva to look to see um, some ideas I'd had for cover ideas. Um, and I found one and it looked nice and I forgot I had it, so I should look at it more often. You know,
Probably.
like when I'm procrastinating, I'm like, oh, I could do this one or that idea, and then I forget about it. And I look at it again, I'm like, wait, I knew what I was doing. That looks really nice. I'm gonna use that one.
Did you?
And the benefit of this one is that it's not part of a series, so it doesn't have to match anything. So woohoo!
Fair. Is this what you were? Is this what you were doing in preparation for the 7-day book challenge to figure out what you wanted to work on for the 7-day book challenge?
Of course.
Why do I feel like that's a lie?
Yes, it's a lie. Um, I mean, regardless of what I work on, I don't think I'll finish a project by the end of the 7-day book challenge, considering that I'm out of the house 4 days of the week at some point during the day. So,
Fair. Fair. I still have no idea what I'm going to work on. I am giving myself until 11 p.m. Sunday night. So I have until 11 tomorrow night. Or tonight, since technically it's already Sunday now. And if I have not chosen a project by then, I will be putting the top 3 contenders in a spinning wheel and letting fate decide. That is what I will be doing. We'll see what happens. I have no idea. I don't even know. I was hoping to have this project done before then, but I don't know if it's going to be. Yay.
so yeah, my idea for this book cover is going to be a totally different type of font choice for the title. The font choice for the name is going to be the same. That's going to be the same on all my books. So I think that'll be fine.
Which book are you working on currently?
The Lost Mother Magic Story. The one that I was writing, or that I found for and there was an outline, and that's the one because it was a very, very detailed outline, and I could feel better about myself that I actually got something done because it was such a detailed. I think it was like a 15,000 word outline, outline. So it was very, very detailed.
I didn't realize you had finished that one, so.
Yeah, I worked on it because it was in Google Docs. So I just would, when I was laying on the couch or watching just some show, do you want me to watch it now? I would pull it up here and there. It's not done. I still need to figure out the girl's name because the name that I put in there I don't like.
Got it.
She uses plant magic, and I put her name as Vera or something like that. I don't know. So I just put in a random name. I don't like it, so I'm gonna change that. But the boy's name I remember. His name is David, and the main character's name is Aria. She has a mom and a sister that's barely mentioned. The mom is what she finds eventually, and then her dad and her stepmom essentially are called the king and the lady, like the lady of the house and the king. So they don't have names. They never give them names.
Fair.
So I'm gonna read through this and just figure out what kind of details I need to add. I feel like maybe a little bit more dialogue, some inner dialogue, possibly, but it's definitely not going to be for a young adult or adult novel. So I could, work on editing and sprucing it up during the 7-day book challenge, or I could figure out what I'm going to write next in my talking fish story.
That is possible.
There's that. So, lots of choices, I guess. I don't know.
I have too many choices. That's my problem. Too many choices. But JC said I did some more reading and went to get some milk for this cereal I'm about to be sneakily have. And she says, the wheel returns. The wheel is always returning. Like, it never goes away. Not forever. But I would like to finish this project first with getting all the character names into stories. And then we'll go from there. But that is for another day. Because during that sprint, when I got up to see if someone was cooking something, the girls were asleep, so there's only one person who would be cooking me anything. Nothing was cooking. I have no idea what I was smelling. And I found Justin asleep in his chair.
Oops.
So, methinks he'll be coming to bed soon. Maybe. I woke him up. He's not in here, so I'm assuming he went back to sleep. Which means he's just slumped like this. Maybe like this. But I think it's time to wrap it up because it's after 1 a.m. for me, which means it's after 2 for you and 3 for JC. And I'm going to go see if I can convince him to go to bed and possibly go to bed myself, even though I really am like, I'm tired, but I'm not tired, if that makes sense. Like, I'm physically drained, and you would think I'd be like mentally tired and ready to go sleepy sleeps, but I'm wide awake, which is great. But that might mean that I might get some more work done.
There's
Maybe.
somewhere I get your work done.
Or I'll play a game. Let's be real, I'll probably play a game. So, all right, let's go ahead and wrap it up. If you want to tell the lovely people who you are and where they can find you and what you tend to do, and then we'll get on out of here, and we'll be back on Monday for the 7-day book challenge, whatever time we end up coming back for.
Yes, so hello. First of all, if you're watching this in the replay, you've watched it all the way to the end, please leave me your favorite plant down there in the comments. Is that what they say? Like, have you ever watched? Yeah, like, have you ever watched like really long videos and they just want someone to comment on their videos, and so they'll say, if you don't want to, if you're just here to watch this and you don't want to. Let's say it's about like a book. You don't want to have any
Emojis.
emoji. They'll be like, hey, if you made it this far in the video, leave me your favorite plant emoji or leave me your favorite color emoji or whatever. Anyways, my name is Stephanie. In a normally scheduled world, I do vlogs about my traveling life, and I don't travel, so I am sad about that. So I don't vlog anymore. But I do vlogs about whatever I happen to talk about, mainly reading, writing, some planning. I'm here most Saturdays with Skye. Last week we missed because we needed a weekend off.
I
And
was sicker than a dog.
I was trying to be nice, okay. I write novels of different types of genres. I overshare about lots of things. And that's okay, because that's just me in a nutshell. I overshare. Currently, I'm working on I'm going to call it a middle grade magic type story. I also have a young adult story that I'm working on, because the talking fish story it does have war in it, but it doesn't have any romantic stuff in it at all. So they're all platonically friends. So anyways, yes, at some point in my life, I will go back to sharing lots of vlogs twice a week. At some point, lately it's just been easier to pop the camera on and do a live instead of a video. Yes. That's it, really. I don't know. It's oh yes, you can find me here on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and pretty much everywhere else you can find me. Just look at my whole name and you'll be able to find me. If you find someone online with the name Stephanie Woodson and they're a snot to you, that's not me, that's my sister-in-law. So make sure you get the right Stephanie when you friend someone, okay?
All right. And with this said, if you don't know who I am, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name S.D. Hegyes. We're doing a writing challenge next week. I have no idea what I'm working on. I'll hopefully figure it out by tomorrow. Otherwise, a wheel will choose for me, and I will have no choice but to work on that project. We'll see what happens. I like how JC knows me so well. She was like, my money is on gaming. You are probably not wrong. That is probably what I'm going to do after this stream is done. I'm probably going to turn the game. So, anyways, I used to post videos Tuesdays and Thursdays, video vlogs on Tuesdays, videos on Thursdays. I haven't filmed either one in a while, so I don't have a set schedule for videos anymore. I do live streams on Saturdays at 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time, and yeah, I'll be streaming daily next week. I just don't know what time. I'm going to do probably pop-up streams whenever I get a chance to, because of my schedule being all over the place because of work being a butt and deciding that next week is the week I need to train someone. Yay.
JC says she has questions for me about what? Oh.
Yeah, JC, what's your questions?
What's your questions? I can answer them now. It's totally fine. Ooh, is your question about my snot-faced sister-in-law that has the same first and last name as me? Is that the question? Is the question about the books that I'm writing? Is the question about why the hell am I not making vlogs anymore? Or is the question about why we're not traveling anymore and it wasn't up to me, but whatever.
I feel like it's about the sister-in-law having the same name, but I know you've told me the story, but now I can't remember if you told me on a stream or if you told me like behind the curtain.
Oh, okay.
So it's very possible. I'm pretty certain that's what she's talking about. Yeah, the other Stephanie. Okay,
So,
I will let you tell that story, but I need to run to the bathroom, so I'm going to mute myself and turn on the camera while you tell the story, and I'll be right back.
all right. So, me and my husband have been together about a little over a year. So I was at his house, and I met his sister. His sister stopped at the house, and she comes in because she wanted to smoke a cigarette before she went to her grandma's house. Anyways, so we're all in the kitchen. It's like a single wide manufactured home. We're in the kitchen. I'm here, Jesse's here, and Stephanie, my sister-in-law is over here. And she's like, hey, did my brother ever tell you what I said about us having the same name? I'm like, no, Jess, what did she say? He was so red in the face. And so she said, hey, Jess, when you were in bed together and you're saying, Stephanie, which one of us are you really thinking of? And that's how I met her. First impression, I will never forget it. Even when I get Alzheimer's and dementia, I will always remember it. Then, fast forward to when their mom died. So my mother-in-law died. She posted about my mother-in-law passing online instead of sharing it with family first. And then I called in sick to the bowling alley where I was working. And I said, I need to have a day off so Jesse can go to the house and help, like, go through his parents' stuff with his siblings. Stephanie goes around and tells Jesse that I said that Jesse was so mad that he wanted to punch everyone in the face and fight everybody, and he deserved everything because he was the oldest. I told Jesse that wasn't true. So then I'm like, why don't you ask your sister what lies she's trying to tell you or whatever? And he's like, he doesn't call out people like that. He just said, your information is faulty. Where are you getting information from? And she's like, I have 2 different sources. But again, she wouldn't say anything. So, she just not faced. I don't like her. She thinks that we're really good friends and we talk every so often, but like, we were up at my father-in-law's in Washington from like April to August, and my goal was to get the heck out of there before she moved up there, because I cannot stand her. So, there's that one. So yeah, she's my husband's sister, and since I'm married to my husband now, we have the same last name, and so me and her have the same first and last name. The end.
I came right on time. Woo!
What is that?
JC's like tea.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Lots of tea. So, alrighty. Well, with that said, we're going to end on that tea note because we're going to get out of here. We're going to jump off.
Okay.
And I will be back at some point Monday. Don't know when.
If I'm back, it'll be in the evening time if I'm back online at all on Monday, because Monday during the day and afternoon I'm completely filled up.
Filled up, yeah.
Yes.
So, but you will see me daily next week. I just don't know what time daily next week. Yeah, it could be morning, it could be evening, it could be either one. I don't know. So, until then, I will see everyone later.
JC said she's still on the first impression about me and her having the same name.
Nice.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. So since then, he doesn't call me by my name. He just says wifey or hey or babe. What kind of question is that? Right? So I told him, like, when I get old and dementia, I will always remember this because that's in my brain.
That is funny. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. So,